All right, the March theme has been about leadership. Go check out the previous videos that I've shot on this. I think they're all very important, and they're key points that I've learned over my 23 years of my leadership development skills. So I want to talk about emotional intelligence in leadership. This is something that has some nuance to it, and some people have a lot higher level of emotional intelligence than others. But as a leader, you really need to get the feel from the room or the feel from your team. You need to know if you're knocking it out of the park in your communication and the way that they view you, or if you're subpar. And it's a very challenging, and oftentimes, I'll be honest with you, I haven't done this for a long time with a lot of different people. And one of the challenges that I have, being completely transparent, is I'm working with a lot of engineers. And if you look at their behavioral profiles, they are exactly opposite of mine. So it's very difficult. And I want to remind you that as a leader, it is your job to acquiesce to the needs of the people around you. That is something that, I wish I could say that I understood that a long time ago, because just being transparent, I did not. I always thought, I'm the guy in charge. I'm the guy that's driving the ball. You guys need to support me. And I didn't take that empathetic approach that I've spoke about in some other videos. So we have to be able to read the room. And, emotional intelligence is really something that you can work on those skills. You can be cognizant of the reaction that you're getting. Look at body language, look at words, hear tonality, hear the things whenever you hear you don't have a buy-in. And then that's one thing, is just to be, to recognize it. And then I think it's even more challenging to address it. And, a lot of times you've got some people on the team that are maybe not the right seat, maybe not the right teammate. And, being able to, use emotional intelligence to be able to discover those things, absolutely critical. And I even have some assessments. If you'd like to, we could discuss that and get you an emotional intelligence assessment to check and see your skills. And it breaks it down kind of in different areas so that you'll be more aware. And, knowledge is power if it's applied correctly. So that's really important. Also, self-regulation. Sometimes, Marcus Aurelius, the great philosopher, said that, the answer to anger is delay. And, sometimes, I repeat that to myself often whenever I'm upset about something, and I just want to just jump in there and just put both hands on it and go at it. You know what? I call it letting it cook a while, just, putting it on the back burner and put it on simmer. I'm going to deal with it. But I'm just not going to deal with it right now because I am too emotionally charged, and I have to learn how to self-regulate. Next is, again, empathy. I've talked about this other times, and part of being human is the ability to be able to, basically, I always say, like, set up on a shelf and watch a conversation happen between you and someone else as if you were a third party, and be able to hear your words basically as the other person might hear them, and to question things and kind of turn that object at all different angles so that you're able to understand the bigger picture. And I think that's a big component of empathy. And then also just relationship management, setting boundaries, setting expectations. Another great quote from a philosopher is that you're going to receive exactly what you'll accept. And, you say that, it sounds cool, but if you really think about that, it means some pretty big decisions have to be made. First off, I'm going to accept it as it is. Maybe it's not perfect, but I'm going to accept it, which means that it's not going to emotionally charge you one way or another. Next, the decision would be, well, I have to change it. That's a lot about what leadership is how do I change that in a positive and productive way? Or third, and sadly, sometimes for the good, really for the good, probably in the bigger picture, but you have to separate yourself from it. I hope these things are helpful for you guys. This is things that these things that I'm saying here are very much what I tell myself, constantly, in order to try to keep myself on track in order to be a good leader. Anytime you want to talk, as always, you can, call, text, DM, fill out a form, whatever. Send me an email. A lot of ways to get in touch with me. I'd love to have a future conversation with you.